I wanted to talk to you about the idea of taking yourself seriously right from the beginning. Looking back 9 years ago at the start of the label, I realized that when we started, it was a joke. We were being really modest. I never thought that it could be a full-time job. I never thought that it could be a sustainable and proper label. But now, as I interview other labels who are hitting their 10-year mark or even younger than us, and they have gone on to have hit records and to be more successful than us, we should have been taking ourselves more seriously from the beginning. And I want to encourage any artist or any young label starting out saying, start right away with a strategy. Start right away with some goals. What are your goals for this month? What are your goals for this year? What are your goals for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Figure out ways, not just goals, but systems to reach those goals. And then stopping at the end of the year, stopping at the end of the month, looking back and measuring, did I hit those goals? What am I gonna do next month? Or what am I gonna do next year to hit those goals? Looking back over the last 9 years, I realized that was a mistake. That was something that we didn't do, was to set a strategy. It wasn't until, and I talked about this in the podcast, it wasn't until 6th or 7th year into running the label where I started to get a sense that had I been more intentional and had I worked a little bit harder and focused, not just work harder, but focused my hard work, I realized we could have been in a different place today than we are now, not just created goals, but created systems leading up to those goals. So if you're running a record label, if you're starting a record label, if you've been running it for 20 years, or if you're an independent artist, I do believe it's important to sit down, to stop and say, okay, I want this to be my lifetime thing. I want this to be a big deal. Here's where I think we need to go. Here's what we need to do this week, this month, this year, the next 3 years, the next 5 years. I think that would have really helped me 9 years ago if I had done that.